Welcome to r/place. Not really, it's a Twitch extension. It's like Place, though, where you can change the color of a pixel every so often. There are vandals and griefers, artists and repair people. The first 3 pixels I ever placed were on this poor little rhombus, which used to be colored yellow and orange. I felt bad for helping to destroy something so nice, so I became its guardian for the next hour and 30 minutes. Back when it was yellow and orange, someone who I thought was vandalizing it actually turned out to be just changing its colors, so I allowed it. I didn't start recording until 10 minutes after it had changed colors though, so you just get to see this. It felt a little lopsided, so I decided to make it consistent all the way around. Even now after leaving, I'm still not sure whether or not the purple pixel in the middle really works, but it was the best looking of the other colors, so I kept it in. Shortly after my arrival, a couple people started working on making Pacman, which I helped a lot by removing the constant attempts at vandalism. Sadly, it didn't last. Even worse, it turns out the Pacman's demise was due to a band of neo-Nazis. With the rhombus finished and grief-free, I decided to go help elsewhere. I found a big blob of rainbow on the top right, so started fixing it. I saw that someone was making a big black and red checkered pattern, so I decided to help. After about a minute of this, I realized that we were covering up the thing I was trying to fix. I made some walls around it and thankfully managed to stop its progress before it consumed the whole rainbow. The damage was done now, however, so I had to make sure I made up for it by working extra hard on fixing the rainbow. Progress was swift and satisfying. Seemingly out of nowhere, probably due to spontaneous generation, a little worm appeared and started eating my rainbow. I quickly killed it and cleaned up. I decided to invade this little country called Equalasia to make Rainbonia bigger, but its inhabitants put up a fight. In the end, Rainbonia prevailed and we extended our borders into the other country. We wouldn't take all their land and dictate Rainbonia law to them, however. We're nice people. We decided to only take a sliver of land in the east, enough to connect our lands together with Czechbordia. The treaty with Czechbordia was holding strong. Shortly after the war with Equalasia, a new country formed in the south of Rainbonia. A bunch of separate tribes and pixels all came together and united. They called it the United States. The proud nation of Rainbonia tried to keep its own citizens from living in the US, but a small portion of the south left Rainbonia and joined the US. I decided to take a break from ruling over Rainbonia, so I went back to the rhombus. It turns out that while I was gone, the rhombus had been turned into the country of Rhombosia. I think they were just getting jealous of Rainbonia. Someone spilled a bunch of water next to Rhombosia, so naturally I helped spread it. Rhombosia was now a country located on the edge of the sea. They could do trade with distant countries. Directly east, a nation lay in ruin. I decided to ally Rhombosia with it and bring it back to its former glory. We gave them the name Gritaria because they liked saying hi a lot. Several attempts by the Equalasians were made to seize control of Rhombosia, but the Rhombosians are strong and fought back. Equalasia failed their assassination attempts and decided to leave, but Rhombosia's problems weren't over. A plague suddenly appeared, taking lives everywhere it went. They called it the Black Death. After many years, a cure was finally introduced into the population, killing the plague for good. And now you know the intense history of these great nations. War, chaos, death, suffering, and lots of attempts at vandalism. I now hand the crown to you, my son, the next great ruler of the Rhombosian Empire.